So kind of the typical day for an editorial shoot is I'll get the assignment from the photo editor. So they'll usually give me either the story or part of the story to kind of go from. And then it's my time at that point to figure out my concept. Like, I don't want to just take a pretty photo. I want the photo to tell the story. Block. And then we'll go to the shoot, usually at least a couple of hours beforehand. And then during that time, we'll set up lights. My assistants and I will test lights and just be totally ready.
At 50 feet, arrive at Meadows Museum.
Kind of concept out, like what I'm gonna do. I wanna do 2 or 3 different setups, kind of plan that out lighting wise, prop wise, all of that. If he comes in and gives us 30 minutes, then we could play around and get great photos. But at least we're set up to get good photos no matter what. So I'll shoot probably 2 or 3 different setups, different lighting.
For a couple days.
Just a couple days. Oh my God. I'll take it back, we'll edit through, create a web gallery, send the web gallery to the photo editor, and the photo editor will make their picks, and then I'll retouch those 2 or 3 photos and send the finals to them.
Justin and I were just chatting, I think known each other 3, maybe going on 4 years now. I think he's brilliant. I think he's just humble, one of the most down-to-earth, creative people I know. He, almost in an unassuming way, and I don't mean that as a slight. I think it's one of his main strengths that he kind of lets his work speak for itself, which I believe in today's culture is kind of counterculture in a way, where everything is built on propping yourself up and really pushing yourself and making yourself seem bigger than you are. And I think Justin kind of chooses, I think it's an intentional choice to go the other way. But yeah, he's just got a huge heart. He's funny. Yeah, he's just my buddy.
My name is Belange. Most people call me Belle. I'm an intern here at Flock. I met Justin in April at Dallas Startup Week, and he was giving a lecture on art in the community. And when I heard him speak, he was so genuine and he just came off as so kind that I just wondered if he'd considered having interns here at Flock. So after the lecture, I went up to him and I asked him if he'd thought about it, and he told me he hadn't. He'd never thought about having interns before, which I found very interesting. And that was the end of that conversation. I didn't really expect anything after, because sometimes you meet people and they're like, yeah, and they never reach back out, but he did. He sent me an email maybe a week later, and by the end of mid-May, we had our meeting with him, Vanessa, and Kelly, and they invited me to become an intern here. I felt like in addition to him coming off as kind and genuine, he's a very talented artist. And I appreciate the fact that they like to keep it local and give back to the community here. I also hoped that with me coming in and being kind of their first test intern, that it would open up opportunities for other artists that are in the area to potentially later be able to come in and do the same thing that I'm doing.
So I tell people it was good for me to go to school and to get my bachelor's in photography, because I learned kind of the art side. I learned design and drawing and what makes a good photo, composition, texture, all of that. But really for photographers and it's not necessary. Nobody cares if you got your degree or wants to see your paper. What it is your portfolio. And they want to see good work. And so, and I even say, like, I don't think school is right for everybody. I think if you are a hustler and you just start getting into it, you start assisting, you start building your portfolio, figuring out what you like, and that you don't necessarily need to get $90,000 in debt to start a brand new business. College is great for some people, but it's not necessarily for all people. And so it was good for me. And so I tell people, find out, like, the biggest thing is finding out your style, what you enjoy, what you love. And so that could be just digging through tons of magazines, through images online, just kind of picking out what attracts you, and start figuring that out early on, and then start shooting for that, and just shoot a ton. And then through that, you kind of start picking out your style. Because as a photographer, especially early on, and even into your career, you have to have an opinion. You have to have a voice. You have to have something that you're saying. Because if you don't, then nobody wants to hear you. Nobody wants to see your images unless you have something to say, a style, something that's different. But if it's just you creating images, and you could create this image and then this image and then this image, but there's nothing unique or different about it, then you're very forgetful. So I tell people early on, find your style, find out what your passion is. I started trying to shoot fashion stuff for a while, but it just did not work with me. I don't like shooting pretty people. Like, I like shooting normal, real, bearded, like whatever, dirty, like just normal, real people. And that's kind of, my niche and what I enjoy. So I'd say that, find your style, shoot a ton, just keep shooting. The more you shoot, the more you learn, the better you get at your camera, with your lights, all of that. And then keep exploring, like keep trying new things, keep trying to shoot. Go and visit these magazines, show your portfolio, send them promo cards, and so they're seeing your work, but you have to get your name in front of people, and so when a job comes up, they think, oh man, Justin shot this cool series recently and this would be perfect for that. So it's a lot of hustle, and you got to be patient. I assisted for a little over 3 years, and it was probably another 5 years or so until I was actually making decent money doing photography. And it just took a while for my name to kind of spread and get bigger, and I get better. But it's probably going to take a while. But when you do, and you stick with it, and you don't give up, it's so worth it. I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else. I mean, I get to meet cool people, go cool places, and take photos and make a living at that. I don't know much what else I would do. That's a pretty cool